not seeing the Arbiter Tribunal. Perhaps he was too distracted by the events at the 9 o'clock base until now to put down his Arbiter Tribunal. But C is going to be well prepared for this. He's got lots of ultras out in the field. Surely he's had this time to build up a reasonable sized tank force. He's got a science vessel out already. EMP going to be very useful. Even against just the normal Protoss units against the Dragoons, EMP is very nice, knocking out all the shields. And here we see that the forces of Cal not really trying to do much in the map here. He's sort of huddling around his bases. C is the one being aggressive here. He's sent a lot of vultures at the 9 o'clock. He's trying to lay mines on the ramp to barrel his way up the ramp. I'm not sure where this will succeed. It looks like it is working to some extent, but the Dragoons defending quite well here, I have to say. Plus the photon cannon going to be able to ward these vultures away. At least a nice little victory here for Cal. After his early losses to C, he's managed to inflict a few casualties here on C's army. Unfortunately, losing even 5 or 6 vultures is not going to bother C too much. Vultures, very cheap, and likely those vultures have already laid. Well, that's not true. Those vultures probably had not laid their mines since they were laying the mines there at the 9 o'clock position. Anyway, we have 3 machine shops and looks like 5 additional factories, so 7 or 8 factories here coming out for C Shield. And was there a double nexus at a location? I did not catch that. I know Cal is trying to expand at the 1230 position. It looks like he's probably warping something else in the back there. Probably pylons and cannons. That's what makes the most sense. 2 armories out upgrading here for C. He is going to wait for his 1-2 upgrades likely and then push out a massive attack here and try to defeat Cal. Cal now finally trying to get some map presence using his Dragoons to sweep away the mines in the middle of the map. C's managed to get himself yet another expansion, but this one mineral. But there's no expansion there, I believe, at that location. Surely, I mean, I'm not too familiar with this map, Gladiator. Of course there's expansion in that position. I thought he might be putting down like a nuke silo or something, but no, that's not it. That was a comsat. Now, Cal lost several Dragoons there again to mines, rather foolishly, considering how consistent he has been with using his observers to spot the mines. And Cal, not playing very well this game. His transfer of probes to the 1230 position didn't work out correctly. He transferred them too early and he didn't appear to notice. C making a massive push out. He's defense matrix one of his vultures. That's interesting. I guess the vulture is in the front, so it is taking the hits over the tanks, pushing Cal back here, almost losing his science vessel. That would be rather silly. You do not want to lose your science vessels to Dragoon fire like that. C pushing his way up here, it looks like, against the forces of Cal. Cal bringing a shuttle for Zealot bombs. He's going to be able to drop Zealots all over C's forces in the back. He's launching a concerted attack, a pretty strong attack at the front. It looks like he is out of Zealots, though, and he needs to load up some more Zealots into those that shuttle. Plus, a stasis or two, he's losing a lot of Dragoons to tank fire in the front. And Cal is going to be able to isolate, C is going to be able to isolate Cal's base at the 9 o'clock, and now C is sending over tanks there to destroy this base. There's nothing that Cal can do to save it, unfortunately, and he's going to go down a base. Definitely does not want to suffer that. I have to give C a pretty decisive advantage at this point, considering how the events have gone. And that Wraith has been very nice, killing observers and warding away the shuttle. Good play, I have to say, by C, using that single Wraith to maximal advantage. And the base at the 9 o'clock has lost nearly all of the probes and is going to go down soon. 11 kills on that tank. A lot of losses, I have to say, suffered here by Cal. He's trying to put down another expansion at the inside 230 position, it looks like, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to hold that. Cal has opted to go for a counterattack, albeit somewhat late. C already has forces in position to defend, forcing Cal back for now. He doesn't seem to have very many forces. The loss of the base at the 9 o'clock is going to slow his rate of unit production significantly. Fortunately for Cal here, he managed to catch C sieging up. Unfortunately for Cal, there are way too many tanks there for C and a lot of support troops. I think this is over for Cal. He just doesn't have units to deal with C at this point. C has been fighting fairly well this entire game. Now Cal, with a shuttle, going to be able to counter a drop here at his base at the 1230 position. He cannot afford the loss of another base like this. Cal trying to double expand yet again, but C Shield bringing all his forces over here. A stasis all over those vultures that's essentially serving as a blockade. And those zealots all getting absolutely annihilated by tank fire. They were thinking of charging in, but decided to back off at the last moment. Not going to work, unfortunately. For some reason, the science facility decided to land at the 4 o'clock base, it looks like. That's kind of odd. Whatever. Perhaps C was clearing up his main to build more stuff. But it doesn't really matter at this point. I think C has the game well in hand. Barring a major fail by Cal here, C should win. He's got a very nice army. He's got 1-2 upgrades. He's been using his forces much better this game. Seems to have recovered from his loss in the last game. He's sending his forces out, just enough forces to deal with whatever threat is necessary, like sending 2 tanks, for instance, to attack the base at the 12 o'clock position. Now, Cal sieging up all his tanks on the high ground here. I think he's going to be able to defeat C's army without much of an issue. Defeat Cal's army without much of an issue. And these vultures going to kill the zealots trying to save the base at the 1230 position. As long as C can send in 2 more tanks over there, he should be fine. This Wraith even joining in on the harass, but that base is isolated, so it hardly matters. Now C sending out a good number of his forces to take out the base at the 1230 position, and Cal is nearly out of resources. Similar to game 1, I have to say. Cal's main is mined out, his natural is almost mined out. This Arbiter coming in, but Cal's brought his army. Even if C loses this base, which it looks like he is going to at the 630 position, it's not going to bother C at all. He's got at least 2 more mining bases, and as long as he can starve Cal out, it's going to be GG. And Cal not being particularly good with protecting his supply lines in general. His mining bases going down. Really without too much of a fight these games, and Cal getting his army, it looks like, pinned against the wall here, not even bothering to siege up. C not bothering to siege up, EMPing the units, even though at that point the little dragons probably all lost their shields. Destroyed pretty much all of Cal's army. Cal's on the retreat here. He's lost his base at 1230. Cal needs to GG. He took way too long to GG in game 1, and I felt bad manners in that game would have been understandable. But in this game, I guess Cal just wants to put up a valiant defense. Once he loses all his units, he'll probably GG. Last-ditch effort. GG coming in for Cal. Going on to the final match.
저그가 부담스럽지. 테란 반대로는 그래도 저그보다 낫다는 어떤 느낌이 드는데, 김건 선수 최근 테란전에 대한 아쉬움은 클 수밖에 없을 것 같네요.
네. 여러 가지는 저렇게 천장을 한번 올려다보는 김구현. 다음 이 자리에 오려면 가을일 건데요. 가을, 여름 동안은 없으니까요. 자, 가을에 돌아왔을 때는 연보성 선수 예선전 통과해서 더욱더 강력한 모습으로 예전의 연보를 찾아서 오기를 바랍니다. 이제 오늘의 최종전만 남겨두고 있습니다. 테란전 강정호와 연보성이 붙겠는데요. 과연 연보성이 다시 한번 16강에 아니면 강정호 진짜 숙성된 모습을 제대로 보여줄 수 있을 것인지 잠시 후 오늘의 마지막 경기로 돌아오겠습니다.